it renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
On the play.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Packers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Jones.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
First down, Green Bay.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Bears' 4-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this carries into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you. Oh,
my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Take it in at the 22. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers going to throw. Punches with a catch over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Jones.
Aaron Jones on the carry. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. First and goal, Green Bay.
To throw is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Devontae Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
At the 39-yard.
Jimmy Graham, of course, a guy who's been around a while. Been with New Orleans, Seattle, and most recently with Aaron Rodgers and these Green Bay Packers the last 2 seasons. Had 93 catches in a Packer uniform and went over 1,000 yards combined in those 2 years as well. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's another.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Tariq Cohen, the ball.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
2-yard line.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears. Jimmy Graham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first
and as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded?
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made by Kevin.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, pull one of those and go get 6.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the shot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Rodgers pass.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. Now Rodgers.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Caught left side by Funchess.
Rodgers.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And 4 yards.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
15 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. Plays like this are critical to keep drives going. With a points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down, Green Bay.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To throw, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11
at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, but make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man, it's Miller. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And he completes it to Cohen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Kaepernick now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
The ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Third down, here's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
5 yards on the
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
out. It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete.
Rodgers.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
30-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Eddie Pinheiro for the Bears field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 27-24. A minute 15 remaining. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Love looking to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. And he has now hit number 5, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Love. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling.
Love's pass. Complete to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rule. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, pulled him.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Packers 30, Bears 27.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
What can Kaepernick do now with his drive? And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So, Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're at OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Right at the line of
Josh Jones in on the stop.
Play. 2nd and 10. At the Packers' 38-yard line.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Kaepernick's pass complete to Riley Ridley. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. And this one's not going to get there. It's short, no good, and as a result, we will not continue in overtime. This game is suddenly over. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Packers,
look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, 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 work that, work that.
Panic cameras to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on defense.
irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Oh, you irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, a cheetah, run up there, I'm airing the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this loose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plots. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big toward them all. You ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to